Namaskar students, welcome to GDCA College channel. I am Dr. Ashok Jogdan. So today we will see part 2 of expected questions for paper number 5, that is cooperative laws and other laws. This video is also more important, and also you watch till end. You will get some of the surprises as well at the end. So what you have to avoid, and what mistake you should avoid in examinations. So without wasting time, let's get started then.
ध्येय नवीन समोर दिसतंय बँकिंगचं स्वप्न पूर्ण होणार
GDCA ची साथ जिंकायची ही वाट यशाची गॅरंटी आता सुरुवात GDCA कॉलेज
हो भविष्य उज्ज्वल
GDCA कॉलेज
मिळणार यश
सहकार आणि बँकिंग करिअर घडवा खास GDCA कॉलेज देते यशाचा विश्वास.
Let's see part 2 of GDCA paper number 5, expected question, cooperative laws and other laws. So we're gonna see other questions actually, the remaining questions actually in this video. Last question we saw is of recovery certificate under section 101. Let's start with question number 10. Expulsion of members, MCS Act 1960, out of 8, it is asked 7 times. So what is the procedure? Actually, this question will come. So procedure, if asked procedure, so you get to write accordingly. So what will be the answer for this? Expulsion of members, and what is the procedure actually? Legal provision. Section 35 of MCS Act 1960 provides for expulsion of a members from the cooperative society. Grounds, on what grounds actually expulsion happen? Actually, grounds for expulsion: if the member has acted in a manner detrimental to the interests or the working of the society, or mismanagement or fraud, you can say. If the member has been convicted of any offense involving the moral turpitude. If the member has persistently failed to carry out obligations under bylaws, so in this on these grounds expulsion happen. Procedure for expulsion: the managing committee passes a resolution proposing the expulsion, that is of 2/3 majority. So out of 3, 2 people has to be in the favor of expulsion. Notice is given to the member stating grounds of the proposed expulsion. Member is given a reasonable opportunity to be heard. The committee meets again and passes the expulsion resolution. The matter is placed before next general body meeting committee, or you can say for the confirmation. That is again a majority matters, 2/3 majority required. Confirmation of a registrar is mandatory for expulsion to take effect. Registrar examines whether a proper procedure was followed. If registrar confirms, expulsion takes effect. If not confirmed, member continues. Expelled member must repay all dues to the society. Expelled members' shares are returned at face value or the market value as per bylaws. So what are the tips for examination if this question comes? Registrar's confirmation is mandatory for expulsion, common and fill in the blanks. Right, 2/3 majority at both committee and general body level. Mention opportunity to be heard. This is the principle of natural justice. So we're gonna see that as well in coming videos. 6 steps minimum for a full marks, right? At least 5 to 6, 7 steps at least to get full marks. Question number 11, amendment by laws procedure. What is the procedure actually? Amendment by laws. So meaning, definition, or introduction, you can say. Bylaws are the rules and regulations of the cooperative society. They can be amended or changed if required, subject to approval of the registrar. So what is the procedure for amendment of bylaws? Managing committee propose the amendment. Amendment is placed before the special or annual general body meeting. The resolution passed by a two-third majority of members present and voting. Application for amendment submitted to the registrar along with the copy of resolution, amendment bylaws, and justification for change. Registrar examines within 2 months if satisfied. Registrars know the amendment. Registrar issues a copy of amended by laws with the date of registration. If registrar refuse, he must give a written reason for not accepting it. Amended by laws come into effect from the date of registration. Important points. Bylaws amendment application must be decided by a registrar within 2 months. This is the common in true or false. Actually, if true or false comes, so this is very important. 2 months period actually. Amendment decision or decided within 2 months. So you must know this properly. So what is the tips for particular question? If this question comes, 2 months for registrar's decision, fill in the blanks. It can come. Two-third majority at general body meeting. Important point. Registrar power to directly amend bylaws. Section 14. Examiner may ask. So you should avoid doing or saying students write most of the time 3/4 of majority instead of 2/4. It is always 2/3, not a 3/4, not other values. So it is always 2/3, not 1/3 as well. So it is always 2/3. So make sure that you should know this. 2/3 is very important. So other value is not considerable. Question number 12, section 73CA, disqualification of committee members. There are high chances that you will get this question in May 2026 examination. Section 73CA, disqualification of committee and members. Section 73CA of MCS Act 1960 deals with the disqualification of committee members. Grounds for disqualification of committee members: defaulter in repayment of loans dues for more than 3 months, convicted of an offense involving moral turpitude, declared insolvent, involved in any act of misappropriation, breach of trust, or similar offenses, has failed to attend 3 consecutive meetings without valid reason. If the member is of unsound mind, if the person holds any office of profit under the society. Important note: the registrar has power to disqualify committee members under section 73CA. Before disqualification, the person must be given opportunity to be heard. Question number 13, valid contract under Indian Contract Act 1872. These are, this question can be there in the May 2026 examination. Valid contract, definition and essentials. Definition, introduction, or meaning you can write, whatever things are comfortable to you. Is a contract is an agreement enforced by law. A valid contract is one that satisfies all essential requirements under the Indian Contract Act 1872, Section 10. So, essential of valid contracts: offer and acceptance, clear offer by one party, and unqualified acceptance by the other party. Intention to create a legal relation. Both parties must intend legal consequences. Consideration, something in a written, that is money, goods, service, etc. Competency of parties. Both parties must be or of legal age, that is of 18 plus, of sound mind, not disqualified by laws. Free consent. Consent must be free from coercion, undue influences, fraud, misappropriation, or the mistakes. Lawful object, the purpose of the contract must be lawful, not illegal, immoral, or against the public policy. Certainty and possibility of performances, term must be certain and the performance must be possible, not expressly declared void. Contract must not be one of those void under a law. Example, wagering contracts. Simple memory tricks actually for you to remember this, contract, the essentials of valid contracts. OICC FLU, OICCFLU, OICCFLU. O means offers and acceptance. I means intention to create a legal relation. C means consideration. C means competency. F means free concern. L means lawful object, and U means uncertainty and avoid not declared. So these you can remember memory. OICCFLU. So tips for examination actually. So if this question comes, so what you can remember is to write and all. So write all eight essential with the explanation, 7 marks. Mention section 10 of Indian Contract Act 1872. All agreements are not contract, but all contracts are agreement. True or false? This question can come actually. So explain free concern separately with all five whitening factors for extra marks. Question number 14, warehouse receipt. So if this question comes, so what you have to write, warehouse receipt, definition or introduction or the meaning. A warehouse receipt is a document used by a warehouse keeper, licensed warehouseman, we can say, to a depositor acknowledging a receipt of goods stored in the warehouse. It is a negotiable, a non-negotiable instrument. So it depends actually. So what are the features of warehouse receipts? Issued by licensed warehouse keeper to depositors of goods. Contains details like name, address of depositor, description of goods, quantity, quality, and warehouse location. Can be negotiable, transferred by endorsement, or non-negotiable, depends actually. Holder of negotiable warehouse receipt can sell or pledge for the goods. Act as security for obtaining bank loans against stored goods. Farmer trader can store goods and get credit from a bank against warehouse receipts. Importance for farmers. What are the importance of warehouse? Farmer can store produce during a low price period and sell later at the better price. Can take bank loan against warehouse receipt without selling produce. So this is one of the best thing we can say. So if this question comes, so warehouse receipt, so what you have to remember, or what are the tips for a particular question in examination? Mention negotiable and non-negotiable types. Explain farmers benefit. Examiner appreciates this practice actually. So these are the things. Warehousing Act 2007 mention for extra mark. This is repeated in question 6. Short notes almost every year, so you got to know this properly. So every year the people know this question comes, warehouse receipt. So make sure that you should know this properly. Question number 15, Maharashtra Money Lending, that is Control Act 2014. Maharashtra Money Lending Control Act 2014, introduction, definition, or the meaning. The Maharashtra Money Lending Control Act 2014 replaced the old Money Lending Act and provides the comprehensive regulation for of the money lending businesses in entire state Maharashtra. Salient features. What are the features? Actually, money lenders must obtain a license to conduct a money lending business. Financial year of registered money lenders, January 1st to December 31st. Money lenders must maintain accounts register of loans and passbooks. Money lenders cannot charge interest beyond prescribed rates. Annual return must be submitted to a licensing authority. Register of money lenders has power of inspection, inquiry, and the prosecution. Money lender's license can be refused, suspended, or cancelled for violations of rules or act. Heavy penalties for illegal money lending without licenses. Duties and responsibilities of money lenders: to give proper receipt for every payment received from borrowers, to maintain accounts and passbook, to provide statement of accounts to borrower on demand, not to charge compound interest, not to take away borrower's documents, property by force. Examiner tips: financial year January to, that is 1st January to 31st December. This is very common in fill in the blanks, and it is asked every year actually. Money lender act. Money lenders applies for new licenses in January to March. That is, it comes into or false. Mention prescribed rates of interest, which is important, and this topic appears every year, so must prepare thoroughly. So you should know this in proper. Actually, this year this question definitely will be there in examination for short notes. Next, question number 16, principles of natural justice. There are high chances to come this question in examination. Principles of natural justice. What are the principles? Meaning, principle of natural justice are fundamental rules to a fair procedure that must be followed in all quasi-judicial proceedings. They protect individuals from arbitrary decisions. Three main principles. Body alterum partem. Hear the other side. Every person must be given an opportunity to be heard before a decision is made against him. Notice must be given. Person must be allowed to present his case. Applicable in expulsion of members, cancellation of licenses, and disqualification, etc. Next, Nemo judex in causa sua, that is, no person shall be judged in his own case. The decision maker must be unbiased and impartial. No conflicts of interest between a judge and the case. So also called a rule against bias. Speaking orders, that is reasoned decision. The decision maker must give a reason for his decision in writing. Unexplained, unreasoned order are against natural justice. Application in cooperative law. Before expulsion of members, notice and hearing is important. Before disqualification of committee members, before a cancellation of registration, in inquiry or arbitration proceedings, etc. So, what are the tips for examination for a particular question? Actually, if this question comes, so use Latin names, odi alterum partem. So, nemo judex. So, these are the Latin words actually. So, examiner will get impressed if you write these words and underline actually in examination. So again, then next will be write three principle at least with the explanation for 7 marks. So you have to write three principles. Give examples for cooperative law context and opportunity to be heard. It is very important. So that means opportunity to be heard means odi alterum partem. So these are the the Latin words meaning actually. Question number 17. Cooperative State Cooperative Election Authority, that is SCEA. We're gonna see in detail actually, so that in coming video. So here we're gonna write for as per the exam required. So State Cooperative Election Authority, SCEA. So constitution constituted under the Maharashtra Cooperative Society Act MCS 1960, headed by the State Election Commissioner, then established to ensure a free and fair elections to cooperative society committees. Powers and duties. Again, here you can write separately powers and duties in separate column, or you can say one by one. So I have mixed up all the thing here. So powers and duties. What are the powers and duties? To hold elections of all cooperative societies in Maharashtra, to superintend, direct and control all elections, to prepare electoral rolls voter list, to issue a model code of conduct, to receive nomination papers and scrutinize them, to declare election results, to deal with election disputes at no a preliminary level, to hold elections of APMCs, that is agricultural market produce committees. So these are the powers and duties of the SCEA. So important point will be election of all cooperative was held by SCEA. That is true. Election of APMC are also held by SCEA. That is they can ask in coming examination. Question number 18, 19th constitutional amendment. That is the most expected question actually. In this is actually new in 2025. So if this question comes in this year, so you must write in proper way. So 97th constitutional amendment 2011. Significance: the 97th constitutional amendment act 2011 was landmark amendment that gave a constitutional status to cooperative societies in India. So key features, what are the key features? Added Article 19(1)(c), a right to form a cooperative society is now a fundamental right. Added Article 43(b), directive principles, state to promote voluntary formation, autonomous functioning, and democratic control of cooperatives. Added Part 9(b), Article 243ZH to 243ZT, specific provisions for cooperatives. Mandatory elections every 5 years of cooperative society committees. State legislature to make laws for incorporation, regulation, and winding up of cooperative societies. Board shall consist of not more than 21 persons, including 2 women members and 1 SC/ST member. Reservation for SC/ST and women on the board of cooperative society. Mandatory audit of accounts within 6 months of closure of financial year, that is of 1st April to 31st March. Superimposition of multi-state provision. Central government can also legislate on multi-state cooperatives. So examiner tips for particular question if this question comes this year. This has appeared in 2025 paper, likely to come in future examinations too. Actually, this year I am not giving you surety that this year this question will be there. Write article numbers 19(1)(c), 43(b), then 9 actually, part 9 of 43(b). 243ZH to 243ZT, 21 members on board, 2 women, 1 SC/ST, specific numbers examiners likes, and underline these numbers actually. Say landmark and constitutional status of cooperative for extra marks. So here again, I'm giving you short question for quick revision. Actually, there are 18-20 questions we can say. So what are the top 20 important questions based on 8-year analysis? Reserve fund under section 80. Number 1, reserve fund under section 66 MCS Act 1960, 8 years, asked every year almost. Annual general body meeting, asked every year, powers and purpose. Audit of cooperative society, types and procedure, every year it is asked. Rights and duties of APMC market committee, every year almost. Salient features of multi-state cooperative society act 2002, almost asked every year. Registrar's powers to seize records, section 89A, 7 times so far. Registration of cooperative society procedure, 7 times so far. Recovery certificate under section 101, procedure powers of liquidator under section 102, procedure for amendment of bylaws, procedure for expulsion of members, warehouse receipt, salient features of Maharashtra Money Lending Control Act 2014, section 83, inquiry by registrar, state cooperative election authority SCEA, powers and duties, valid contract under Indian Contract Act 1872, open membership under section 22, principles of natural justice, Section 73CA, disqualification of committee members. And last, a special general body meeting. Top 10 sure shot passing questions actually must be prepared. Top 10, these question, if you prepare, you will get a pass at least in examination. Number 1, reserve fund definition, provision and utilization, AGBM, that is annual general body meeting, purpose and powers, right, for 10 powers at least. Multi-State Cooperative Society Act 2002, 10 keys features. Audit of cooperative society types and audit rectification report. Number 5, APMC, rights and duties of market committee, registration of cooperative society, procedure and step by step. Number 7, expulsion of members, procedure step by step. Recovery certificate, section 101, procedure. Number 9, powers of liquidator, 10 powers plus priority orders. So in order, you have to write all powers. Question number 10 will be of valid contract, the 8 essentials with the explanation. So these are the short passing questions to be prepared. For last day, fill in the blanks for last day actually. So if you are in writing examination today, so tomorrow, so you got to prepare this today. Minimum dividend 15%, reserve fund under section 66, seizure of records, section 89A, recovery certificate, section 101, deregistration, section 21A, open membership, section 22, registration, section 9, arbitrator, that is MSCS, section 84, money laundering, financial years, January, that is 1st January to 31st this is December, audit rectification report, form Z within 6 months, first general body meeting within 3 months, AGBM within 6 months plus 3 months extension, approved by a registrar. Bylaws amendment decided within 2 months, inquiry by registrar, section 83. So this you can remember for fill in the blanks. Next part, exam strategy, how to attempt a paper properly, actually how to attempt GDCA paper 5 smartly. So how can you do this actually? So as I told you, question 1 will be of 18 marks actually. So 6 questions for fill in the blanks and true or false for 6, match the pair for 6. So maybe 12 marks or 18 marks, depends. So must attempt all fill in the blanks, true or false, and match the pair properly. For fill in the blanks, if you don't know, make educated guesses actually, don't leave blank. So write at any cost. So educated guesses are always welcome. At least you will get half mark for that. Match the following. So if match correctly actually, section numbers you answer those first actually. So means that like whatever sections you answer first that in properly. So question 2 to 5 each carries 14 marks each actually. Choose 3 from these 4 questions actually. Strategy, what will be the strategy for this particular question? 3 questions. Attempt 3 questions you know the best actually, not in serial order, but time per question actually. Part 1, that is question 1 for 20 minutes, question 2 to 5 15 minutes each. So this is very important actually, so you have to divide this time. So again, I'll be giving you a full strategy to write the examination. How can you write in main exam? So time division, I'll give it to you in coming video. Next, part 2, strategy. This is part 2 of strategy, that is for 40 marks. So 6 short notes, like any 5 from 7 to 8 options, that carries 20 marks. Describe any 4 to 5 from 6 to 8 options, 20 marks. Start with topic you know best actually. If so let's take an example. If you get question in coming exam, like write a short note on reserve fund, so you can write, if you know the things properly, so you can write the best, whatever you know the best first, and then things accordingly. So each short note for 4 marks minimum, 6 to 8 points you must write, and each descriptive 5 marks you must write 8 to 10 points at any cost. Time for part 2 will be 60 minutes total, like you should spare your 1 hour time for these questions. Okay. Answer presentation tips here. So what are the tips for answer presentation? Start every answer with a definition or introduction or the meaning paragraphs. Use numbered points. Number points means like 1, 2, 3, or A, B, C, D, whatever things are comfortable to you for procedures, powers, duties, not in a paragraph form. You don't write it in paragraph form. Underline key legal words like section numbers, act name, legal term, that the other things as well. Draw a simple table when comparing with the two things, and every answer with a two-liner conclusion at least. So this is very important. Conclusion, write conclusion and then write two-liners conclusion. Leave space between answers for a clean presentation. So I'll give you that model answers, how can you write and how can you create space actually. Never leave any answer totally blank. Write at least 2-3 points for partial marks actually. For true or false, always write one line reason explanation after true or false statement. Okay, this is very important. So here are some common mistakes you should avoid at any cost. Writing wrong section numbers. Example, writing section 83 for a seizure instead of section 89A. So section 83 is different, 89 is different. Not writing registrar's confirmation mandatory for expulsion of members. Writing AGBM appoints auditor. Many student write committee appoints the auditor. One will be a reserve fund section 66 with any other fund. Not writing the full name of Act, APMC Act or MSCS Act, etc. Writing 3-month extension as total time, not as additional extension. So it is not total time, it is then additional extension actually. If not done before 30th of September, then it will be of 31st of September. Again, after the giving approval from register, getting approval from register. Not writing Latin names for principles of just natural justice. Leaving true false without explanation. So there you will lose the marks. Part 5, day revision plan for a particular subject. I can say actually you can do this as well. Top day, here I have made a table actually. Day, topics to study, questions to practice and focus actually. So day 1, MCS Act 1960, registration, membership, reserve fund, AGBM. Fill in the blanks, true or false, from asked last for 2 years actually, and focus morely on section numbers. Day 2, MCS Act 1960, Audit Committee, Bylaws, Expulsion and Recovery. Question 2 to question 5 from 20 to 2022 papers, and procedure most important actually to focus on. Day 3, Multi-State Cooperative Act 2002, SCEA, Liquidator, Section 73CA and Section 83. Full marks for question number 2 to 5, attempt from 23. More focus on MSCS features. Day 4, APMC Act, Money Lending Act, Warehouse Act, IT Act 2000. So these are the act actually. So act you can do on day 4th, all acts. Divide all these things in proper manner. Part 2, question 6 and 7 from 2017 to 19. So focus on other acts as well. D5, Contract Act, Natural Justice, MOFA, Apartment Act, and IPC or BNS sections. Part 2, question 6 and 7 from 2022 to 2024, law provisions. Focus on law provisions more importantly. Day 6, 97th Amendment, Housing Society, MSAMB, Section 101, 89A. Full paper from 2024, timed practice, and these are new topics actually, so which are coming up in examinations nowadays. In day 7, all fill in the blanks, true or false, and match revision only. So match revisions only. All question number 1 from 17 to 25 papers. Focus on question 1 to master it actually. And what is the main reason actually to a student fail in GDCA, and how to avoid it? So there are some 7 to 8 reasons actually. Reason number one, not memorizing section numbers. So how to fix it? Make a section numbers flashcard and revise daily. Reason two, writing long paragraphs instead of numbered points. How to fix it? Always use numbered list. Reason three, skipping true or false with explanation. So how to fix it? Always write one liner reason for each true or false. Reason number four, not attempting all questions, not attempting question number one sub parts. So this is important. So how to fix it? Question number one is for 18 marks, never leave it incomplete. Reason number five, poor time management. How to fix it? Spend a maximum 15 minutes per part one question. Reason six, writing answers too short. How to fix it? Write minimum 8 to 10 numbered points for to get 7 marks at least for question. Reason seven, confusing. Confusing different act. How to fix it? Make a table of act and key sections or key provisions as well. Reason number eight, not writing a conclusion. How to fix it? End every answer with two-liner conclusion. So these are things you have to avoid at any cost. So I will give you separate video on this as well, what you have to do and all. So make sure this you have to do at any cost. So all the best for your upcoming examination. Be prepared for examinations. Prepare hard, write smart, and score high accordingly. We'll see you in next video then. This was all about part two of expected questions for paper number 5 in GDCA examination, which will be in May 2026. So hope you like this information. Also, there are some tips again and again. I'm telling you, please make sure you write, or else you just do one thing. You take this type of papers actually from market. So these are liner papers actually. So you will get writing practice as well. So you can do that as well if you want to. So I'm just showing it to you. So you buy it from market. At least you try to write actually. So from that you will get to know how much you can write in 3 hours. So that you have to do a lot. So again, there are videos upcoming actually for that time management in examination. How can you divide your time in 3 hours for particular questions, and how can you solve that? That is also coming up. Watch that video as well. So all the best for your examinations. We'll see you next video with more updated information in different subject. Till then, namaskar.